You know, I've been catching myself smiling more lately. I think...
If you're sure. Fine.
Copper for your thoughts? Hell yeah.
What news of our little project? Have you found the egg? No need to get out of humor. Manners are everything. So, where's the egg? Very well. But I'll make note of how much time you waste trawling through baubles. Happy, are we? Very well, then.
Outmaneuver them. Coming through. Time for some bloody work.
What's this?
Battle favors the fearless.
Let's cook with fire, baby.
Holding back. On the victor's path. Never a dull moment.
Gods, it's hot in here.
Some rest's better than none.
Hells! The Absolute's forces have taken Father to Moonrise Towers. Hells! Father's been taken to Moonrise! Shit! That name, Gortash. I know of him. A so-called military advisor to the Baldurs Gate elite. A weapons dealer, in cruder terms. We must rescue Father from Moonrise. He is a powerful man, the most beloved duke in Baldurs Gate. Should the Absolute cultists infect him, there's no telling the damage he might do when he's returned to the city. My father once said, "One does not pursue," so it was for me. After I found him, I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after. I mourned. In the boys, the frontiers demanded a blade, and so I heeded. And it's nice to meet someone of your talents. Having a worm with you as my ally, the future looks a little less daunting.
Broken. Need to find another way. Something over there.
Who there, wanderer? Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man. May I inquire if perchance you retain among your traveling companions a man who adheres to the given name of Gale? Ever a man of leisure. Would it pain you greatly to assist me along the little voyage I intend to undertake to this aforementioned camp? And I would confirm it to be so. Please, after you. My thanks for your excellent guidance. And yonder I spy the object of my pursuit.
Elminster?
The very same, Gale. And a fair bit miffed he is, too, finding himself forced to expose his best pair of boots to so many miles of country road on your behalf.
I don't understand. How so on my behalf?
I was bid to spare neither time nor my own self to find you. She sent me, Gale. You know of whom I speak.
But why? Out with it, Elminster. Please.
Young man, has your sojourn away from Waterdeep washed away your decorum as well as your patience? Nigh a 10-day I've gone without honest fare, worthy of the name. Drank naught but what the sky entitled my thirst. Why, some bread, cheese, and a cup of wine would appear unto me a feast. Surely you won't begrudge me a mite of rest and repast before I get out with it? And a great kindness that would be. See, Gale? Even in these barren parts, the art of hospitality begets inspired new works, if only one keeps up the practice.
Oh, for the love of...
Fine, fine. I'll turn a deaf ear to the clarion calls with which my scorned stomach beseeches me. Graver matters are at hand. Plenty to digest, after all. A good deal to stew over, if you will. Words ladled with import should be savored so as to better absorb their meaning. Wouldn't you agree?
Elminster.
Right. You see, well, that is to say, Gale, my boy, I've come to address a most pressing matter. I'll speak as plainly as I can, forswearing the accustomed frills that decorate my speech. I'm here on behalf of Mystra. The message and the charge I bring you are hers.
Oh, Mistra's delicate feet are ill-suited for the hardships of the road.
You know where you went wrong, Gale. No, we needn't dwell on that here and now. But even so, you're to be given a chance of redemption.
Mistra would consider forgiveness.
She would consider what she considers to be forgiveness. Mistra is aware of the misadventures that have befallen you both. She knows of your strife with the Absolute, that most insidious of evils. The very purpose of my presence, in a roundabout sort of way. You must know that the Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive. It threatens all who live, even those who are undying. It threatens the gods, the weave, the very fabric of the universe itself. That is why I have come here to charge you, Gale, with its destruction. It is Mistra's belief that only you can.
The orb.
Precisely. Mistra has granted me the power to stop the clock, as it were, on the orb's rush to overpower you. Instead, you will be able to unleash its lethal combustion at will.
Interesting. This could be help, or hindrance. We shall have to see.
You must find the heart of the Absolute, whatever that may be, and use yourself as the catalyst that will burn it from this world.
He is not. But it seems that Mistra is.
It brings me no pleasure saying this, my friend, but such is Mistra's will. Yours must be the sacrifice that will undo the Absolute, and for your sacrifice you will be redeemed. Such is Mistra's promise. With that, I've said my sorry piece, and need only bestow unto thee the charm I was bid.
Maena hastra mistrari Italior thras annas
It is done. Both charge and charm have been committed into your care. To you, I commit into care Gale himself. I count on you to shepherd him well on this strangest of journeys.
Or some other fortune altogether.
Like moons make swell and wane the nescient seas, so too the sky-strewn gods ordain the tidal fates of mortal days. And yet, an ocean born in lonely hours, come ebb, come flow, come all that is beyond the breadth of our dominion. Be a moon unto yourself. Even the waves of fate can break upon the shores of will. Farewell, my friend.
Farewell, Elminster. I'm glad she chose you. An audience with Elminster is never less than memorable. I'd have hoped to introduce you to him in less dire circumstances. But those are hard to come by these days. It's not a demand he wanted to make of me. As Mistress chosen, he had no choice but to deliver her message, however much it pained him to do so. For Mistra to have sent him, the severity of her bidding could not be clearer, or weigh more heavily on me. Time seems so infinite when you're young. A month is an age. A year is a lifetime. It is a strange feeling to realize how little of it one might have left. Of course, he offered the clearest solution to our problem. All I have to do is find the right place and time, close my eyes, and let go. Then the slate will be clean. Wrongs will be righted, the absolute will be gone, and I along with it. If there was, I'm sure the goddess of magic and the greatest wizard who ever lived would have identified it. But alas, only one solution is offered. That remains ahead of us for now. The heart of the Absolute must be discovered before I can stop its beating. Then I suppose there is nothing more to be done but find the heart of the Absolute and stop its beating.
I can't believe Mistress demanding Gale sacrifice himself to destroy the Absolute. It's just a waste of a perfectly good cult that we could be controlling. And a waste of a perfectly good Gale, I suppose. Who knows? Drow? Mind flayers? Death? Hopefully not ours. But maybe answers. If we can convince the right people to talk.
Oh, was that Gale's granddad? It doesn't ring a bell. But all right. Must have had something important to say to Gale if he came all this way. Good news, I hope. Whoa now, he's got a... Well, I guess that would explain a little, but... Mystra? I mean, this is a lot to take in. What's he going to do? Fuck me. There's devotion and then there's stupidity. If the god of magic can't handle this without sacrificing Gale, she's no god at all. Poor Gale. He must be in bits after hearing that. I'll distract him. Tell him I haven't read a book since secondary school. Watch his face melt off. Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about? We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. But she favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted. I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride. No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players.
How can I help? She expects those who seek to use the weave to do so honestly, and with respect for its potential to destroy, as well as its potential to save. I doubt she's asked many of her followers to blow themselves up. That's a fate she's bequeathed exclusively to me. She wouldn't ask such a thing if it weren't our only means of survival. However much she's annoyed at me. Oh, you know me, ever the optimist. I'm trying to focus on the positives. Truth is, I was living on borrowed time already. Consuming those items would only have kept the orb sated for so long. If anything, I feel more at peace than I have in months. At least now I know my death will have purpose. It won't be a distant bang in the footnotes of history. No doubt she has the power to do so, but as for the permission, Ao would not look kindly on her meddling in mortal affairs. Divine intervention has a tendency to make things worse, not better. As for Elminster, he saved the realms more times than legend can recount. But to take on a god is no easy feat, even for him. My orb is the best chance we have, and only I can wield it. There's room for adventure, but no room for me, it seems.
You have your fair share of followers already.
You wish to speak? I studied one up close. Closer than most would care to be to those things. A drow attacked me and I defended myself. Afterwards, I was able to examine the tadpole that emerged. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say. Those illithid creatures threaten the natural order. It's my duty to do what I can to stop them. There's also the Shadow Curse. It's an affront and must be cleansed. I helped overthrow Ketheric Thorm and his Dark Justiciars years ago, but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated. If I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse, just as you find a cure for your infection. Well, there's hardly anyone left to share the responsibility with. Few who witnessed the fall of Moonrise still draw breath. What Ketheric Thorm unleashed is not something that nature can undo by itself. I must do what I can. I studied the Shadow Curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, I must reach its source. Perhaps, but we'll need to get closer before I can put my theory into practice. Put it from your mind for now. Once we near the curse, then there will be more to be said. Miss it? Oh dear, no. It's a terrible burden. Takes you away from nature and forces you to deal with others' problems and personalities. Be wary of anyone who actually wants such a role, I say. Likely they don't understand it, or they have ill intent. I'm just glad to be out here amidst the Oak Father's creations.
A shame my first brush with the famed Elminster couldn't be a tad more optimistic. Listen, I might invoke the Triad from time to time, appeal to Helm, but I'm no man of faith. Not like Gale. I don't know what drives a man to consider his own death, among countless others, to be an appropriate exchange for his goddess's forgiveness. To me, it all sounds like nonsense. The faith that matters most is that which you hold in yourself, in the ones that most matter to you. Big Bomb be damned. Gale's got everything he needs to defeat the Absolute already. Talent, nerve, and powerful allies at his side. I hope he'll come to see that. He brings to mind a story. The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales, don't you think? Refuse him, no matter how tempting the offer, no matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you. The cost will be too great. Take a single step towards him, and he'll dog you the whole journey. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, but the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything. I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious, but once you've taken a Illithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you. bit wary, I admit. Still, I am the frontier's avowed protector. New dangers require new skills to vanquish them. If the tadpole must be my curse, then let the powers it grants me be the Sword Coast's blessing. I will consume what I must to make it so.
Yes, my friend?
I can't believe Mistra actually expects Gale to just sacrifice himself like that. Seems like a waste of a fine mind. I'm sure you do, but please try to understand that it's not something I can just talk about freely. Very well. Perhaps there's potential in you. Let's see how you handle this. I am indeed a disciple of Shah, Mistress of the Night and Lady of Loss. I assume you've heard of her? Curious. Most are afraid of my lady. I think I did well by joining you. Most agreeable company. Very serious of you. But go ahead. Always good when I'm with you. You already know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask? She took me in when no one else would. Without her, I wouldn't be alive. She's my mother. She nurtures me, cares for me, loves me. Don't believe the lies the Selûnites tell. What, besides my life's calling and the greatest problem I've ever faced? Well, I like night orchids and can't swim. Is that the sort of thing you meant? It's a deal. All that's happened. You have a talent for understatement, you know that? Specifics, please. I suppose we'd go our separate ways. Not a slight on your company, of course. Perhaps, perhaps not. If we do survive, we'll have separate lives to return to. I need to get to Baldurs Gate. There's someone waiting for me there. Someone I have to reach. As soon as possible. Let's just say it's a very personal, very private acquaintance. I suppose some would commend our actions. Goblins would have razed that whole place to nothing if it weren't for us. No excuse to rest on our laurels, though. We've still got our own problems to contend with.
Elminster. Even the Githyanki have heard tell of the Sage of Shadowdale. Some of his works have been translated to Tirsu. That doesn't mean his every word carries wisdom, however. Near as I can tell, Mystra demands Gale's faith, but holds no faith in him. Why else would she demand Gale sacrifice himself, and perhaps so many others? Does she not think he can destroy the Absolute with his own immense talents? Does she not know the mighty company that he keeps? Demanding Vlaakith may be, but she acts for the good of the Githyanki people. Mystra is concerned only for herself. Bah. Perhaps he'd find forgiveness in a fiery death. But I can't help but wonder why he'd want it at all. Mark my words, this power would be no blessing, but a curse. You might as well ask me to gouge out my eyes for the promise of sight, or slice off my tongue for the promise of taste. Consume all the gate tadpoles you wish. I'm not so craven. Perhaps you... No, that's absurd. When the tadpole has stretched to every pore and slithered through every vein, what am I to do then? It won't hear my screams. It won't care if I beg. I will be remade in its image. My faith in Vlaakith will guide me, and my own might will sustain me. I have no need of this depraved power. You're wasting your time and mine. The answer is no. Supreme Kithrak, has Vlaakith sent you to slay me with your own blade?
I've not come to kill you, Lae'zel. I've come to aid you.
Don't trust him.
Skakek Kier Gith Shabeleth. My blade rests. Mother Gith compels you to listen.
Speak. My ear is yours.
I know you carry the astral prism, Lae'zel. Within it lies the seed of Vlaakith's demise, and I intend to help you bring it to fruition.
Vlaakith's demise? Skaketh! I should run you through for suggesting it.
It is not. I've heard word from Kresh Yilik. You are infected. Yet the one in the prism has chosen you. Protects you with their power. The prism's tenant alone has the power to end Vlaakith's tyranny. I've sought their freedom for eons. When the prism went missing, I feared the worst. Instead, you've granted the opportunity I've so long awaited. All that remains is the key that unchains them. And I've found someone who I believe can provide it. Bring the prism to Baldurs Gate. I'll be waiting in a taproom called Shares's Caress. That is where we decide the fate of my people. Lae'zel, together we will break our chains. and be Vlaakith's slaves no longer.
I am no slave, just still Kithrak. The Undying Queen is my freedom. It is she who will purify me, and she who will ascend me.
Lies, Lae'zel. Every last one. There is no purification, no ascension. The Zaith Isk does not purify, it extracts memory and kills the infected. Nor does the Lich Queen glorify the ascended. She feeds on most all of them to grow her power and pursue godhood.
Madness! You flood me with this heresy. I will hear no more of it.
If they have not said, they must have good reason, and I won't be the one to betray them.
I served Vlaakith the whole of my life. Learned her words, fought her battles. Yet she names me her Sharlak. Your words carry truth. I will meet you in Baldurs Gate. Do not make me regret it.
Lae'zel, I see Talak Magir in you, sister in freedom. Together, we will be our people's light. Take this. It is a Quanith, a psionic detector. The Queen's warriors hunt you. The Quanith will sound you out when you come near their portals. Hear its cry, and prepare for battle, or slip away. I should go. Vlaakith's gaze pierces the seas and skies. She believes me loyal, and I can't afford her mistrust. Keep the astral prism close. Let no one take it from you. Slay any who try. Now to Baldurs Gate. I'll be waiting, Lae'zel.
There's a schism growing among the Githyanki people, and Lae'zel just took one step towards choosing a side. A possibility that's kept me awake, but I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only we can have all four. My contract, the only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads. That has been its tragedy. I've saved so many with the talents of the blade. And without the pact, I'm just a man. And what good is my blade then when it's too dull to split monsters? What good is a flame when a mere breath snuffs it out?
So, Lae'zel's going to war with Vlaakith? Going to break her chains in Baldurs Gate? Good for her.
So we're going to meet Voss in the city, are we? Set the tenant of the prison free? This is all very, I don't know. I like a good caper, but I'd long for a tiny bit of status quo now and again. Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the Blade of Frontiers on my tail. But what about you?
Oh, man. Lucky you. That's the dream. Maybe when this is all done, you can show me where you came from. My family home's long gone, but I'll show you my favorite chow hall in the city, if it's still standing.
Vlaakith Kosivim Chrath Crashhead. Only in Vlaakith may we find light. These were the first words I ever read on Tirsu slate. But they are no mere aphorism. They are law. They are creed. The root from which the 10,000 protocols stem. Forsake one protocol, and forsake Vlaakith. Forsake Vlaakith, and be the blood and meat which sates her dragons. If Voss speaks true, if Ascension is a lie, if tadpole purification is a fairy tale, then I have not sinned against Vlaakith. She has sinned against me. I don't know. I can't know. And that drives me mad. At first, I thought them an illithid deception, a trick of the tadpole. But the dream figure is real. It lives in the prism. Voss believes they are the seed of Vlaakith's demise and the agent of Githyanki freedom. And I believe he may be right. Ascension is a young Githyanki's greatest honor. Long ago, the Geich enslaved my people. They dominated our minds and bred us for war, until Great Mother Gith took a hammer to our bonds. From the day of our hatching, young Gith have one purpose: to train hard enough to slay a Geich and take its head. Then, we speak the rite of Ascension, and a red dragon comes to fly us to Vlaakith, in Tunarath, City of Death. We are honored with an eternal home in the Astral, celebrated for our victory. We are ascended. Or so I believed. I'd never thought Vlaakith a tyrant, or me as a vassal. She was the source of my might, and I the envoy of her will. A warrior, a champion, a destroyer. But if Voss is right, and Vlaakith consumes the Ascended to gain power, then I am no destroyer. I am mere livestock, bred to be harvested and devoured. Every Githyanki is a slave with a singular purpose. Not to cull the Geich, not to prevent their grand design, but to raise Vlaakith to true godhood. Then, when the Kithraki come for me, and come they will, I will submit to their blades. They would feed me to their dragons, and I would deserve no better. Yes, I'd like time to think. We'll meet Kithrak Voss at Cheres's Caress in Baldurs Gate. Until then, be vigilant. Vlaakith's eyes are upon us.
Hey, soldier. Really? Really? Oh, fuck.
Need something? Oh, darling, I'm hurt. It sounds awful.
Well met. Are you sure? The blade stands, and just when...
You wish to speak?
I didn't expect Lae'zel to turn on the Lich Queen so readily. All right, so...
We must press forward. It is done.
What will Voss have to show for himself when we catch up with him, I wonder? His intelligence may yet prove the key to
Can you feel it? The shadows gnaw at us. Do not take them for granted.
Are you the true soul? I'll take that as a yes. Listen up. Grab a torch, stay out of the dark, and move fast. The shadows have eyes. Go on!
I sought to reach a gift.
No time to rest.
Don't stick about. Her torch will keep you safe. I'll keep an eye for other true souls, and then head to camp.
I've never seen darkness like this before. It's unsettling.
Darkness or not, we need to reach Moonrise Tower. I can feel the Shadow's power here, but they don't seem to be harming me. The Shadow Curse. It doesn't seem to affect me like it does others. Not as badly, at least. Do you know what this means? I must be blessed. Lady Shah is protecting me where others are left to face her wrath. She loves me. She must do. You're resourceful. You'll find a way. Don't give me that look. Those signs we found about Dark Justice. All these telltale signs of Dark Justiciars that we've been seeing. I'm having a... Still. There may be more to it. Still. The Dark Lady shields me. I can feel her.
Hey, boy. You want the bone? Fetch! You see that blighter go? Swallowed whole by the Shadow Curse. Bet he was pure tasty. You're the true soul we're taking to Moonrise, I'm guessing. Right you are. Go through and talk to Kansif. He's been waiting. Anything for a true soul. Put in a good word. Someone out there?
True soul. An honor. Did you bring the lyre? Good. We were told to expect you. Then pluck a tune, and our guide will come scuttling.
To it! Someone pinch me, please. I'd really love to wake up from this nightmare.
Greetings, in the Absolute's name. You have been charged with guiding us.
New flesh for you, my queen. But who are they?
Best introduce yourself. Perhaps you'll listen to a true soul.
And you? What are you? Apart from a torturer of liars.
More faithful of the Absolute. They need a guide to the tower, same as us.
Your minds connect, and you hear a whispered voice. The Absolute. Or just the echoes of his fractured mind reverberating in the dark.
A true soul. You have more worshippers every day, Majesty. Yes. Yes. They'll do nicely. Very well. Gather the flock. Bless us again, Majesty. Shine your light. Protect us. Come. Follow and stay close. Do not leave the light. Do not feed the shadows.
You heard him. Move out!
I've been watching you fight, Shadowheart. Your skills are improving.
They should stay
Still just
closer.
fine to begin with. You can stay
in light.
I don't pay
To become
compliments.
shadows.
I make observations.
They must keep up. The shadows are hungry.
Ain't all got 10 legs.
I smell
patience. Majesty, you bless us with patience. Wait. Something's wrong, Majesty.
Who's there? Show yourself! Harper's attack! Kill the cultists and get that lantern! Heretics! Villains in the dark!
These Harpers are clearly enemies of the Absolute. They could be worthwhile allies. But defend the guide and you may preserve your cover as a true soul.
What are they doing? We thought they were true souls! Traitors! Heathens! Drive them into the dark! Do not let them take our lights! No gossip!
I fear neither shadow nor death.
Guard against the darkness! Ignis! Battle of wits.
I will ascend.
I'll cut you in half. For the Absolute!
We've saved me. Can't take much more.
Victory awaits.
Actions have drawn the ire of someone nearby. A fight is inevitable.
Won't you help me? Set me free.
Not fall before my time.
Some healing for a wizard in need.
Victory awaits. take me.
Will you help me? Set me free.
Death, you will not take me.
With you now.
Survival is all that matters.
Will you help me? Set me free.
Not let down!
Blood comes easy these days.
Death can't have me. Not yet.
Oh, help! Help!
Lost in thought.
The cure.
A little help, please.
Will you help me? Set me free.
Looking ahead.
Me, oh my, oh my, oh me.
That took the edge off. Oh, lovely little pick me up.
Traitor Kithrak takes great interest in this relic of yours, Shadowheart. Or should I say, weapon? What are you hiding?
Nothing. I assume your kin are just as misguided as you are.
The old remains sport green armor and garb. What banner did they march under?
I feel weak. Drained.
The shadows will not consume me. I am shielded by Lady Shah. Onward in her name.
Enough waiting. I crave blood.
Your desire. Let's go.
Stop me yet. Best be on my way.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes. Onward then.
Assume nothing. Open up. Proceeding.
Let me work my magic. With haste.
Never a dull moment. Moving in.
Can't afford to stay idle. I'll take this way.
Enough waiting. I crave blood. Proceeding.
I applaud your taste. Of course.
These things have stayed interesting. Don't waste a step.
Blast scars. Spell and sword alike were used to ravage this battlefield.
Imagine the glorious din of it all. The streaming banners, the charging knights, the piles of severed limbs and heads.
I'd rather not. It's all the same to you.
Quite ready for you.
On my way.
Let's get going. Can't slow down.
What's next, I wonder? Onward. Ever onward.
Eager for battle. An efficient path.
Step by step.
Is that blood? No, never mind. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Hells. Torchlight won't last long here.
No time to waste. Lady Shell's blessings cannot protect me here.
Indolence breeds madness. Objective noted.
We're a long way from Waterdeep. It shall be done.
Need to find a way forward.
A long way to go still. Let's see what I can glean. Have to keep pushing.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood. Without delay.
Salutations. I venture forth.
I've got a long road ahead. These boots have seen everything.
No time to dally. Got to keep moving. by Lady Shah.
Someone pinched.
Greetings. Best introduce yourself. Apart, more faith.
Your minds connect, and you hear a whispered voice. The Absolute. Or just...
Yeah, very well.
You heard him?
I've been watching you fight, Shadowheart. Your skills are improving.
My skills were just
They
fine
should
to
stick
begin with.
closer.
You can save the compliment.
Should stay in the light.
I don't pay compliments. I make observations.
Become shadows. They must keep up. The shadows are hungry.
Ain't all got 10 legs.
I smell
Patience. Majesty, you bless us with patience. Wait. Something's wrong, Majesty.
Who's there? Show yourself! Harper's attack! Kill the cultists and get that lantern! Heretics! Villains in the dark!
These Harpers are clearly enemies of the Absolute. They could be worthwhile allies. But defend the guide and you may preserve your cover as a true soul.
Kill them! Tear the heathens to pieces! I strike down the black in your name, Majesty! No God! I fear neither shadow nor death.
Make way.
Another fight. Let's go.
I'll cut you in her name. For the Absolute!
Absolute will be so.
On the move.
Gone with the weave. Knight to King 5.
Heading there.
Take your
I wonder if this is worth the cost. No time for mercy.
Traitor Kithrak takes great interest in this relic of yours, Shadowheart. Or should I say, weapon? What are you hiding?
Wretched little things. No better than the shadows. But no matter, Majesty, they are already dead, and soon forgotten.
Aside from the wounds of battle, you can't see anything unusual.
All dead, Majesty. It is time for us to move on.
Blast scars. Spell and sword alike were used to ravage this battlefield.
Imagine the glorious din of it all. The streaming banners, the charging knights, the piles of severed limbs and heads.
They can't
I'd rather not. If it's all the same to you.
They leave us again. Very well, my queen. We'll wait.
You look twitchy, Stone Skin. Afraid of the dark?
In this place? Only a fool wouldn't be. Turn to the light. Do not stray. Want to die in the dark, Majesty? Stay close. The shadows are darkest here, hungriest here. Do not stray from the light, no matter what they promise you.
There's the tower now, big lad. Your breech is still clean.
My blade is, but that can change. Just keep talking. They will be silent.
Moonrise Towers at last.
They approach your sanctuary.
We're close. I can feel it. The Absolute. Its power is strong here.
Playtime's over. So, perk up your ears. You and the pup have a new mission. Absolute's cult has gone and grabbed one of Zariel's assets. A devil. And a powerful one at that. They're locked up in the cult's fortress, Moonrise Towers. And you're getting him out. Ahem. Clause Z, Section 13. Should promised soul refuse obeyance or neglect duty, the pact holder shall cast the promised into Avernus as a lemure. I'll make it simple. Will fails or refuses, and he turns to a thick blob of stink flesh and sinks to Avernus. You either mount a quick rescue, or you condemn Will to an eternity sizzling in the hells. Sounds like an easy choice to me.
Mizora's words may be flippant, but they are tinged with desperation. She cannot afford for Will to fail this mission. This may be your best chance to negotiate Will out of his pact.
Interesting. Now, why should I go letting my favorite pet off his leash? Incredible. You actually think you hold the winning hand? Fine. I'll play your game. But I amend the pact once the mission's done, not before. Clause F, Section 9. Soulbinder shall bestow reward or favor only upon Soulbearer's fulfillment of related obligation. Now, get to Moonrise. And do mind the shadows. They've been especially hungry.
New meat, Drider.
Oh, the Queen said them. Her Majesty's flesh grows full and glorious.
Helped us with some harpers on the way too. They're shadow bait now.
Move.
His thoughts seek yours, searching, grasping. Your parasite squirms in recognition.
Disciple Zarel's in the Great Hall. She'll be wanting to see you.
Rest of you, head on in.
The others will go in, but I will go up. My queen summons me to her chapel to be in her presence. I hear you, sweet majesty. I am coming, my queen.
To diminish our efforts, but it was rather simple getting here in the end, wasn't it?
The obstacles ahead of us promise to be higher still. Which will make the pleasure of overcoming them all the more potent. There can be no doubt. This is the place. This is where we'll discover the secret of the Absolute.
Another true soul. The disciple will want to see you, through the main doors.
I did as I was told! Followed every order I was given!
The facts suggest otherwise. You were ordered to retrieve the artifact. You failed to do so.
Take it up with Minthara! She's the one who...
Enough!
A blast of mental energy washes over you, filling the room. Your tadpole squirms, urging you to obey.
You failed to retrieve the artifact. You failed to protect your true soul. You do not deserve to live.
A new true soul come to share their wisdom?
We did as we were told! We're loyal to the Absolute! Tell him!
Silence!
True soul, you have seen these goblins at work, have you not? What say you?
It ain't true! We're good as anyone! Just give us a chance.
And there you have it. We're too close to the ending. And the new beginning. I can coddle failure no longer. Kill them, quickly.
What? No! You creaking old bag of shit!
I'm so sorry, my lord. She's an unbeliever outside my control.
Try again.
No! No!
Dispose of the rest as you see fit. Or better yet, put that true soul to use. You have far more important matters to attend to. Or have you forgotten?
Of course not, my lord. Thank you. You heard the General. The goblins are yours. Deal with them however you wish. Do. Have fun. Here in the seat of the Absolute's power, your authority over them is complete. They will obey any command. Report to me upstairs when you're done.
Yeah, you ain't gonna do anything drastic, are ya? We've been nothing but loyal.
Oh, God. Please.
The seat of the Absolute's power, occupied by a general that cannot be killed. But his followers are flesh and blood. We must learn more about his power.
To draw my weapon and gut every last one of these cultists.
You're keen. Just don't get carried away. Some of those guts might be of use to us unspilled, at least for a while.
I know better than to indulge every craving, Shadowheart. But when the time is right, the Absolute is...
General Thorm's prayers and preparations must not be disturbed. The rooftop is off limits to everyone.
Even you, Disciples Rel?
Everyone. Keep watch and ensure that nobody passes. Excellent timing, true soul. The goblins. Tell me how they suffered. No, better yet, show me.
Her mind enters yours abruptly, flickering across your memories in a blaze of excitement. A pool of warmth spreads through your mind as she settles on the memory of you commanding the goblins to die.
Oh, I like you. That was inventive and efficient. And what a fine child it would be. But you didn't come here to tear the wings off insects. You came here to answer the Absolute's call. Let's see what you're made of.
She parts the folds of your mind again, touching your wants and hopes, tasting them. Every emotion soaks into her mind's palate. But there is purpose to her exploration. She is searching for proof of your faith.
I've never lain with a Githyanki. It looks like this one nearly broke you in half. How invigorating. With the Absolute, your fantasies can become more real than flesh. The pleasures of the mind can surpass those of the body. I have already been blessed to stand in her presence. It was bliss. She gave me everything I wanted. Why not? What's the point in power if you don't get to have a little fun every now and again? She gave me the power to cut the thread of life with a thought. But I can caress as well as cut. That's why you should stay on my good side. And the best way to do that is to serve General Thorm. I have a mission for you.
That's it. Play along.
The closer you can get to the General, the closer you'll be to the answers you seek. There is a relic that General Thorm requires. He sent his most trusted advisor, disciple Balthazar, to retrieve it. The relic is beneath the Thorm family mausoleum. That is where you will find Balthazar. But we have lost contact with him. Go there, aid Balthazar if you can, and bring the relic home. The shadows around the mausoleum are deep and hungry. You'll need a moon lantern to survive them. Take one from Balthazar's chambers. But don't pry. The last person who snooped into his secrets lost their head. I believe he uses it as a chamber pot.
Embers are rising. It's clear not everything you find.
These mortals be? Where do I go from here?
Ready.
It is not your time yet, Blessed One. The rooftop
This must be the place. We have to get inside.
Let's light them up.
My path be true.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Ex textura!
Need to stay focused. On my way.
Time to push my luck again.
Need to act fast. Let's see.
So much for peace.
Let's finish this.
choice but to keep going.
My faith will protect me. Got to press on. I'm not going to last much longer. Give up. Can't afford to let up.
Take you.
My feet.
Got to focus. I need healing.
Can't even catch my breath.
Let's end this.
I am fury. I am death.
One can't always be a gentleman. In striking distance.
Got to concentrate.
respite does wonders.
A welcome rest.
I'm done. I can't wait to sleep.
Bella, answer me, please. Hey! I know you. You're...
Twist 'em up!
Impressive. Last I saw this child, she was cowed to Korga's snake.
Sorry. It knocks the wind right out of me. That druid idol I took? It changed me. I can do all sorts of stuff now, not just the vines. I think real hard and say some loud words and then it happens. Mostly. I was looking for Mum and Pops. When well, there was an ambush. Mum yelled, "Run!" So we ran. I could hear him running behind me. Till I couldn't. Still can't find him. But I bet you can. You'll help me, I just know it. Thanks, mister. I knew you'd help me again. The vines won't last forever. I don't suppose I can stay with you. Just till you find Mum and Pops. I won't be any trouble, I swear it. Oh, thanks. You're the best. So you send Mum and Pops there. I'll be waiting, hero man.
That might be worth a look.
Here lies a nameless foundling. May he know peace at last.
In my years as the Blade, I've witnessed countless cruelties, faced unimaginable evil. But Thorm, he is made of pure hate. The Sword Coast will rejoice when the bastard's fallen. And lest we forget, we've a devil to rescue. 2 missions, 1 destination. It's a first. Mazora's set me on fiends inside and outside the Hells. She's never ordered a rescue.
Gods. She makes a mockery of everything the Blade stands for. Such an asshole.
Thank you for sticking your neck out for me. I mean it, but I'm not going to celebrate till I'm actually free. Can already feel her scheming. She won't let me go without a fuss. Trust me on this. The same thought crossed my mind. I'm only to hunt the infernal, the demonic, and the heartless. But nowhere was it stated that I can't help one. Either we find it, or I'm made a mindless blob clawing at demons on the front line of the Blood War. And it means everything to me. I always knew what my future held, and I know I chose right. Not in a mere prison cell, certainly. My guess, Thorm will have confined him in the bowels of the tower. The deeper we dig, the closer we get.
The Shadow Curse is upon us. As foul as I remember it. Perhaps even worse. But with the Oak Father's blessing, we may soon see it banished from these lands. This land is more than just soil and rock, root and leaf. It is a living being, in the form of a young Fey boy, with the forest itself in his eyes. His name is Thaniel. I've met him in my meditations, but since the curse was unleashed, I have not felt his presence. He is its prisoner, I fear. And as long as he remains so, his domain will lie in darkness. But if we can find him, we can break the curse. If you learn anything of the Shadowfell, or of a boy with the forest in his eyes, find me at once. I can't be exact, unfortunately. A living witness. Don't worry. If you find something, you will know it. It's not easy, seeing the ravages of the Shadow Curse. You've shared your fire with me, your company. A small pocket of light against the darkness. But one I couldn't do without. You're too... More good has been done since I met you than in 100 years before. Words can... Yes, forgive me. Sometimes I forget myself.
Go ahead. I'm listening. I question the wisdom of that decision, but I'll be here in the meantime.
Well, my day just improved. Did you want something? Everything, potentially. There is scarce to become. It's all but Mother forbid me from seeking to prove... Not my mother. Sometimes I wonder if she would ever deem me ready. I don't know. Perhaps if I Dark just did, but there's a simpler answer to your question. I simply forgot about the desire I had until I saw some things that reminded me. Now, I can't get it out of my mind. If you're sure. Fine.
Speak your mind. I'm listening. Chook. You believe you can... As you say.
What's on your mind? Aces.
The shadows are cruel, but lucky for us, we've got a knack for miracles. That's the spirit.
Well, hello. What can I do for you? Darling, lead on.
What's that? Was that a click I heard? There's something about these plaques.
That might be worth a look.
Piles of bodies. Very old by the looks of them.
Our hero thought but of treasure ahead, did not consider the peace of the dead. Through the dark he went creeping, and awoke what was sleeping. A new grave they dug, which he himself fed.
Ooh, spooky.
Ah, greed. My favorite virtue. I've grown quite fond of you, you know, in my way. I thought it only fair to warn you about the dangers ahead. Intrepid as ever. It would be pointless of me to try to bar you from entering. But I can set the scene, as it were. Prepare you for your role. My dear friend, I think you'll find I play my part in many a plot indeed. Cannot the same be said for you these days, true soul? I already did. If, through the dark, you go creeping and awake what is sleeping, chances are many more graves than yours alone will soon be fed. Very well. There is a creature that lurks in silence and shadow. A creature who, like me, is very much of the infernal persuasion. Should it make its way out through the very doors you are about to brazenly swing open, you'll have unleashed a pestilence upon this realm. In truth, it is carnage incarnate. So if you meet the devil of which I speak, kill it. Consider no other course of action. This creature and I go back a long way. I admit it would be in my best interest as well should it remain trapped in the dark. Or misplace its head, perhaps?
What are we talking here? Lemur? Pit fiend? Orthon?
Getting warmer. Warmer. Hot. Listen here, Pipsqueak. Do not underestimate this opponent. At best, you will have the blink of an eye to strike. Strike first, strike true, defy the odds, for they are distinctly in its favor. That much I owe the bastard to concede.
Wait. Before you go, I have a proposal of my own.
A proposal? If you're hoping to taste my blood, little vampling, think again. It burns hotter than wyvern whiskey.
This is serious business, devil. Well, a long time ago, someone carved some runes into my back. I'd rather like to know what they say.
It's something of great importance to your master. But is it a love letter, a warning, or a deed of ownership? I can give you all the gory details, and I will, once the beast that lurks below is vanquished and sent back to the hells. You haven't told them, and you've kept your clothes on this whole time. How unlike you. Why not let them see? Don't be shy.
God damn it.
Don't pout, Spawn. Just destroy the beast, and I'll happily reveal your secrets instead of your skin.
Yes, fine. We'll kill this damn creature of yours.
Then we have an understanding. I look forward to our next meeting. Scars often tell such wonderful stories. I think yours might be truly exquisite.
Well, now you know. Cazador worked on it from dusk until dawn, all with an ancient blade he called his needle. Cutting and tearing, starting over if I screamed or winced too much. It was a rough night. But what's done is done. So how about we stop discussing it and just kill this beast? Although I should probably get dressed first.
These sigils, what were they for?
General Form's will alone. Not wanted. Not needed. Leave.
Bones everywhere. Someone's been engaging in dark rituals here.
Interesting sigil. Not that I know or care who it belongs to.
An open tomb. Empty.
Easy.
Not on
This
the
place is hungry for blood.
Susun Elg Olaf.
This'll be fun.
It must have been disarmed. Be wary. Ketheric Thor, leading Shah's forces. Quite the about-face for a warrior of Selûne. Ketheric Thorm, lead...
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Ketheric Thorm, leading Shah's forces. Quite the about-face for a warrior of Selûne.
Watch yourself. I spy a trap.
Be careful. There are traps about.
Watch how you go. There's a trap. That bright tower. It's Moonrise. Or it used to be.
A trap. Time to dance.
Ketheric Thorn, leading Shah's forces. Quite the about-face for a warrior of Selûne. Step carefully. There's a trap. Ketheric Thorn, bowed by grief for his daughter. Thorn, bowed by grief for his daughter. That's not going to work. Ketheric Thorn, leading Shah's forces. Quite the about-face for a warrior of Selûne. Ketheric Thorn, bowed by grief for his daughter. Ketheric Thorn, leading Shah's forces. Quite the about-face for a warrior of Selûne. That bright tower, it's moonrise. Or it used to be.
Ancient bones, disturbed from their final rest to form a bizarre sort of artwork. But by who and why?
Bright tower. It's moonrise. Or it used to be. Ketheric Thorn, leading Shah's forces. Quite the about-face for a warrior of Selûne. Ketheric Thorm, bowed by grief for his daughter.
Need something?
That bright tower, it's moonrise. Or it used to be. Ketheric Thorm, leading Shah's forces. Quite the about-face for a warrior of Selûne. Maybe not. Ketheric Thorm, bowed by grief for his daughter.
What's that? Here lies Melodia Thorm, beloved wife and mother. E Amiel Telere Manon here. Reclaimed bones turned into strange effigies. Their meaning is lost on you. Sosun Elg Oloth.
Ketheric Thorn, leading Shah's forces. Quite the about-face for a warrior of Selûne. That bright tower, it's moonrise. Or it used to be. Ketheric Thorn, bowed by grief for his daughter. Ketheric Thorn, bowed by grief for his daughter.
Me too. So cold.
Shall carry out General Form's will alone.
That's the symbol of Merkel. Tomb. Empty.
A trap.
Ominous.
Let's dance.
That bright tower. It's moonrise.
Shouldn't something have happened?
It used to be.
Fireballs
Ketheric
or poison
Thorn.
spikes, maybe.
Bowed by grief for his daughter. Watch how you... Ketheric Thorn, leading Shah's forces. Quite the about face for a warrior of Selûne.
This place is hungry for blood.
Face for a warrior of Selûne.
Watch yourself. I spy a trap.
That bright tower. It's moonrise. Or it used to be. Ketheric Thorn, leading Shah's forces. Quite the about face for a warrior of Selûne. Ketheric Thorn, leading Shah's forces. Quite the about face for a warrior of Selûne. Ketheric Thorn, leading Shah's forces. Quite the about face for a warrior of Selûne. Ketheric Thorn, leading Shah's forces. Quite the about face for a warrior of Selûne.